Hello. In this video, I'd like to show you a little bit about the task management app called Todoist. And I'm only going to look at the features that are free. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I tied this to my student account over at OCC. So it's going to go ahead and log me in. I'm going to go ahead and add a project. Now there is a little welcome. It gives you some little hints on things. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a few things that I have done. So I'm going to go ahead and hit add because obviously I did this before. So let's say that you want to remind yourself to do the quiz on D2. On all my classes aren't quite the same, but my non-STEM classes, you've got a quiz for prep work. If you're in one of my STEM math classes, you're turning in a PDF file on D2L. So let's just say we're going to take prep work quiz, and it could be more than one. I'm going to go ahead and say quizzes on a D2L, so you remember where it is. Every Sunday and Tuesday night until, I don't know, I think we end May 4th for Monday, Wednesday classes. So I'm going to go ahead and hit add that task. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to go into the first time it's possible, right? So Sunday would be the first time that this event would be possible because today's Friday. So if you check that off, look what happens. It's going to move it to the next occurrence, which is Tuesday. So that's kind of a nice way to kind of do a hack that you're not having to add in every single test and every single prep work assignment, but that you have them in there. Now, if you want to add them all in, importing a template is a premium feature. So if you look at the three dots, like one of the things it says import from a template, and that again is a premium feature, but you can kind of get around it. So you can make a little list in Excel, like of your tech assignments, your Connect homework, etc., and literally paste them in. So I'm going to hit paste and it's going to say, do you want to add these 9 tests? And we're like, yes, we do. And there they go. Now, the bummer is it doesn't have a date, right? So obviously you do pay a little bit if you want to import that as a template that has got the dates in there, which I do that. It's a little CSV file, very similar to how you import it into Google. It's just a little different format. But what you can do is go to the 3 dots and then the 3 dots again, and you can see the dates. So like Tech Assignment 1, it probably is due on the 27th of January this semester, but maybe you want to work on it like on the 17th. So you can try to get that taken care of before you see me again in class the next week to make sure that you know what's going on. And maybe you want to tackle Tech 2. Maybe you're going to do that the same day on Friday. Maybe Tech 3. You're going to try to get some of those under your belt. And then after we have class on the 15th, you're going to want to take care of that, etc. I think I picked the wrong Wednesday, but that's okay. I meant to do the 22nd. There you go. So you can add the dates that way. And again, if you're not committed to this system, maybe you do it for the first unit and then you add a little reminders to say, hey, I've got to add those next assignments in. Or you can just do the repetitive one, right? You could just say, hey, I've got to take care of this. Did I actually take care of it or not? Now you can link this to your Google Calendar if you want to. And I don't know what's going to happen with these that don't have a date, but you know, we'll see. Oops, it's in the gear for the settings, excuse me, not the 3 dots. The gear for the settings, and go ahead and hit settings, that gear. And we want to look at integrations, and we're going to go ahead and integrate it with the Google Calendar. And again, I'm going to choose my Google account. And we want to allow this. It's going to be all happy. Make sure you trust this, and let's go ahead and connect. And we'll see. Did that happen yet? Yep, there it is. So it added it in, and it's a horrible looking color, but that's okay. You can change it. Maybe I change it to that berry. Oh, that's too close to the purple, isn't it? That purple actually is quite horrible as well. let's change that while we're at it. Maybe a blue. There we go. So you can turn it on and turn it off. And you can actually add a task from here, which is kind of a nice feature. It is putting it on Todoist, then it'll sync with that list. So let's say you end up with a cold or something and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't possibly do this on the 17th, but I'm going to sleep. And then the next day, I'm going to feel so much better. So you can, actually drag those around if it will let me do it again. I don't know why it's so mad at me. Drag that around and move it on the calendar. So like here's your take the prep work quiz, etc. Now you can go in here and edit this. And if you want to add a reminder, there's your notification. You probably want something a little bit more than 10 minutes. You could do, like, I don't know, 2 hours, something like that. And then you'll get notified and, oh, look, do I want them all? Oh yeah, that was a repetitive event, right? So let's do all. Because as soon as you take care of that, right? Oh gosh, you can see it's on all these days. So that went pretty fast to get those into your calendar so that you can see that you've got to take care of that every single day. That's pretty cool. So hopefully that'll get you started with Todoist. There are other apps if you want to check them out. Go ahead. I've just tried quite a few of them, and this is where I have landed. Thanks for watching the video.